All right, I keep restarting this video. It feels like my intro just feels so robotic, so planned. And like, yeah, I plan my videos. I go over in my head what I'm going to talk about over and over and over again. I watch videos. My heart's beating a mile a minute. I don't know why. It's not like this is my first video. And I watch ASMR videos to calm down. I watch Reiki. I watch tarot readings. Those are basically just motivational speeches to me. But it's like it's hard for me to make thumbnails for these. It's hard for me to come up with titles because I go off on these tangents. Like I wanted to talk about like a day in the life of a writer. You know, I can't do a writing vlog. I can't. I'm not going to get up and film myself making a cup of coffee and then walk out onto the piano. Walk out to the piano? Is that what you were going to say? Walk out onto the piano. Oh, I fucking did it again. Walk out onto your patio. I should have just said porch. When you sit at a desk with your laptop and your cat jumps up on you on the table and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't do that shit. I can't do little side videos of a POV of me walking my dog through my neighborhood. No offense to people who do this. If you do video writer vlogs and you document, fucking go. Do it. I used to watch them. I just can't do it. And I see these videos and it's like other creators and they put so much fucking work into it. And it's not like I don't put work into my art. I put a lot of work into my art. I put a lot of thought into what I'm going to talk about in these videos. But so often it just goes off the rails and I start talking about something completely different. I went back and watched my last video. Angry. So fucking angry. I mean, you can't not pay attention to politics. I'm not going to make this about politics. I'm not even going to dip my toe in that water. I do not want to go in that direction. So I'm going to stop myself right here because this will turn into a fucking hate billionaire fuck MAGA video real fucking quick. I might cut that out. But, I just like Happy Pancake, Scully. She does these well thought out essays, and I've mentioned Dead Domain before. And these creators, they put so much time and work and research into it. And I would love to do that, but I fucking can't. I don't even need to create right now. I just need to finish what I already created. I have my second book of short stories is a second companion piece to my novel Warp Asylum. It's fucking done. I'm on the last I need to slow down because I'm tripping on my words. And yeah, I still don't have my teeth fixed. I'm a few weeks away from getting, not looking like a fucking hillbilly anymore. Go to the dentist, kids. Take care of your teeth. Preventative care. But it's like all I need to do, it's like 140 pages. I'm on page 113. With chapter breaks, that's like 25 pages. I just need to go over 25 more pages and then it's done. And then I can submit it to KDP and get the test printout. And if everything looks good, publish. And my second book is out. My second book of short stories. It'll be my third book. And then, as far as I'm concerned, Warp is done. Warp Asylum will be done when Luna Storia 2 comes out. And then, I want to keep creating art in that world. I want to maybe extend some of my short stories from Luna Storia and Luna Storia 2 and turn those into full-length novels or, man, I mean, I know it's pie in the sky shit, but I would love to have a series on Netflix. Fucking Prime, anything. It's hard to get a TV deal or a movie deal when people aren't even fucking buying the paperback. But I don't know what to do. That's why I started this channel. Well, in a way, I wanted to talk shit. I wanted to talk politics. I knew people around me were sick of hearing my fucking opinions. So I figured I'd broadcast them to strangers because I already wrote an autofiction book about bipolar disorder, set across multiple dimensions in a battle between heaven and hell with the Antichrist. That was a mouthful. So, I mean, when you write a semi sci fi memoir, obviously you don't fucking care what people think or if they hate on you or, I don't seek out reviews to my shit. For the first several videos I posted, I didn't even read the comments. I went back later and read them, and holy shit, did I get some hate. I guess I don't get enough views to get hate, but those first few videos that I put up that were political videos, oh, people hated on me bad. And I don't even know if I mentioned I was mentally ill, and they were accusing me of being mentally ill. So, but it's like, I mean, I love making art. I love doing visual artwork and audio artwork, related to my book. I mean, I've got a webpage, I got a Patreon that's free where you can see my art, but I can't get over this hill of finishing this book of short stories. And I don't know why. And I don't know. I have fucked myself so bad on this book with the shit that I've done trying to make edits. The first edit, the first time I republished my book, I don't know if it was me changing the cover, because I've changed the cover a couple times. I don't remember what the first reprint was. It might have been the trigger warnings. That might have been what I added. That was the first change. Went great. But at some point, after making a couple changes, and then adding my new web page to it, so that was another edit. At some point, uploading Word into KDP just didn't cut it anymore. You had to do a PDF or it would screw everything up. And something about my Word program, when I convert things into PDF, it makes wacky fucking changes I didn't ask for. Like I don't use Oxford commas, and it'll add them in there. I've caught it adding just random letters in the middle of a fucking sentence, or putting a paragraph break where they didn't need to be one, or double. It's just doing fucked up shit, just glitching and doing shit when you convert it into PDF. So I had to finally give up on my book ever being perfect, because unless I was to like submit my manuscript to a professional editor and have them do it in the formatting and everything and re-upload it, I can't fucking read that book again. I can't. If I do, I'm probably going to create more mistakes anyway. That's all I've done since the first time I did it, because I can't let go of things being perfect. One of the things that I republished my book over was because I used AWE, like in awe, when I meant like awe, like you see a kitten. That AWE versus AW or AW, I fucking republished my book over that. And it fucked other things up, because that is my life fucking story. Try to make things better, fall on your face. Should have left good enough alone. But it's like, I didn't prepare properly when I published my book. Shit, I didn't know about BookTube. I didn't know about Book Talk when I published my book. I don't know if it was just lack of research. I was on YouTube. I don't know how I didn't know this shit existed. But it's like, I don't know what the next step, other than make YouTube videos about writing and mental health and occasionally politics or whatever I want to talk about, AI. Oh, don't. Fuck AI and fuck data centers. I don't know what to do to promote my book other than that. I really don't. I don't know what to do to promote my art. I feel like that I've sent copies to everybody that I could either get an address for, or PO box that I thought would like my book, or that I straight up sent them an email and said, hey, can I send this to you? I don't know if there's anybody left that I haven't contacted or sent it to. Sent? Oh, you're supposed to be a writer, dude. Speak English. This might be the video that I tripped up on words more than any of them. I think I'm going to have to do an edit. I'm going to have to pause and collect my thoughts. I'm sorry. I apologize. This video might have to be chopped up quite a bit. Like I said, I guess I didn't do enough research when I first released my book, in 2016 when the novellas first started coming out. Because it's 5 novellas that connect into one novel. but I don't have, it's not on Kindle anymore. It's just available in paperback. Warp Asylum, and then its companion piece is Lunastoria, and then Lunastoria 2 will come out. And then, like I said, it's just, I feel like that's done. That part is over. Warp Asylum, that universe, that, I feel like it's done. I'd still like to make visual art to go with it, but I don't know if I want to write anymore. I just don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know if it's a subconscious block. And that's why I can't finish the book, because I don't know what comes next. So as long as that's hanging there, that book being done, then it's like I'm working on something. You know, I mean, I had people that I used to collaborate with on a lot of my visual art. I had a photography partner, and that's a whole nother video how that relationship went to shit during COVID. That was supposed to, that was, that's what was supposed to bring everything together. That's what was supposed to make us all famous as artists. You know, me and a handful of people I was working with. And worst timing ever, maybe. I don't know. But I don't even know how many times I went back, mental health tangent. I don't know how many fucking times I went manic during COVID. And it wasn't from going crazy being locked down. My life's locked down anyway. I fucking go through agoraphobia. I'm bipolar. I rarely leave the house anyway. It had nothing to do with that. You know, and it's like, it's not like I was, oh, I don't know. I thought maybe doing this, talking, saying this shit out loud, maybe it'd bring some kind of clarity. I might be more confused than when I started this video of what I want to do with my life, or what I want this channel to be. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like I said, with not doing enough preparation when I released my book, after the fact of it being published, I start seeing, advice on AuthorTube, people, but then it's like half the shit they said they didn't agree with. And it's not like I was like, oh, I made a mistake. They said was a mistake. Oh, I didn't give a shit. Especially when they're saying opinions like, if you don't hire a professional editor, you're a con artist because you're selling people an unfinished product. Or if you don't hire a professional, I don't care if you're a graphic designer, you don't design your own covers, we can shut up. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but I will say this. I've seen many people talk about how shitty their books are. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't trash people. People would probably never in a million years know who I'm talking about. And they're funny, and I watched their videos for a long time, but their takes are fucking terrible. And then when I started doing YouTube, I was watching all the YouTube advice videos, and now I don't know. It's all spun off into, I'm not trying to take inspiration from anybody. I don't want to do what other people are doing. I want to do this. I just want to sit here and fucking go and just talk. That's a lot of what my book was. I was doing this shit in the MySpace days, setting the camera up like this, talking shit. And if I hadn't moved out to the middle of nowhere after that absolutely life-changing manic episode of 2008 that fucking tore my world to the ground, if it wasn't for me moving out into the middle of nowhere with no high-speed internet, I never would have stopped posting videos. I would have jumped straight from MySpace to YouTube, and I would have had 1,000 fucking videos on my channel by now, and in many of them, I would have been batshit crazy. But they probably would have got views. A lot more views than I get now. I mean, I have some videos with a decent amount of views, because I do spoken word stuff based on my stories, in the hundreds of views and stuff, but they've been up like 4 years. And like the remixes of songs that I make, those get, to other people, it's not a lot of views. But when you have 25 subscribers and you get hundreds of views on the video, it feels pretty fucking good. And I don't want to give up on YouTube because I hear people say, that nothing happened, and then a video from 2 years ago goes viral, and then all their videos blow up. And like I said, once I finish this book, I have to do something. I can't just sit here all day watching ASMR videos trying to quiet the demons in my head. But I'll be back with another video. I don't know how long it's going to take. Um, I already have an idea. It, I'm sure it's been done before. It's just about how conservatives make shitty art. That's all it's going to be. Because I feel like talking about that, because their art sucks and their interpretation of other people's art is equally as terrible. For example, people not knowing that Rage Against the Machine was political. I don't know how to end this. I think I've talked long enough. So it feels awful asking people to like and subscribe and go buy things after this shit show of a video.